Good evening, everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Jared, and this is my channel, Mazda B3K. In this episode, we are going to be changing out all of the glow plugs on my 1989 Ford F350 with the 7.3 liter IDI Diesel. Without further ado, let's get started. So, symptoms. You roll the key, the glow relay turns on, and then it just constantly goes click, 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 click. Normally what that means is you have multiple bad glow plugs and the relay is trying to close and energize the harness to a plug, so it can warm it up, and it's not feeling it. So it doesn't do it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and change out all 8 glow plugs. It's not super expensive. And hopefully that resolves the issue, because otherwise the next step is I have to dig into this harness and make sure that it actually is sending power to all 8 wires and all that good stuff. So what kind of glow plugs do you need? You should only ever, for an IDI Diesel, install a Motorcraft ZD9. Full stop. End of discussion. There's a couple other manufacturers that will work, but everything I've read says that you're rolling the dice a little bit if you're doing anything but a Motorcraft CD9, because there is a nasty habit of the glow plug getting stuck in the cylinder head if it's not the Motorcraft one, and then you got a mess on your hands because you got to take the head off so you can draw out the plug, and it's a thing. So I was able to pick this up for like 30 bucks on eBay, and these are, as far as I know, legitimate 100% OEM Motorcraft ZD9 plugs made in Germany. Now, I have already replaced the first 2. You need a 10 millimeter to actually move the glow plug, and I'm going to go ahead, and before I start moving any further back, as you can see, the air hat is in the way. So I think that's a 9/16 in my application. This is not the original bolt. I'm going to go ahead and lift this up, get this out of the way so I can get better access to the remaining glow plugs. All right, so here we are. And now you can see we have a lot more visibility on the rest of the glow plugs. It's going to be a little bit aggravating to change some of them out. There is other stuff in the way. I recommend having an extension, maybe some wobbles, so you can come in at funny angles. You may see a little moisture there. That is because I need to adjust these guys, because water is still sneaking in because the hood's not quite right. But I don't think water is getting into scary places. I don't think it's getting into the core of the engine. So anyway, now that we have access all the way down the run, I'm going to switch to just doing a bank and a bank. So for Ford, this is bank 2, driver's side. For bank 1, passenger side. Let me go ahead and work on, this would be in Ford speak, cylinder number 6. Oh, well, that wasn't really on there at all. So I don't know, there are repair harnesses that are made like this. Not sure if that's what's going on here. I think this might be a homebrew. There are better harnesses to be had. So I may be having to also, I don't know, the camera can pick it up, but squeeze on that a little bit so that it actually crimps the top or grabs the top of the glow plug a bit better. I may be adjusting some of these. But that was the harness. There's our glow plug right there. And we'll just have to sneak in our 10 millimeter and just kind of get that guy unscrewed. So here's the glow plug that came out. I can't determine the menu. Oh wait, I can. This is a Motorcraft plug. So this is an actual ZD9 Motorcraft that came out, which is good. And what we can also do, if it doesn't try to run away on us, is we can check resistance on it, basically from where it's going to get voltage up here to the very beginning of the resistive element that's going to heat up. We're looking for something like 2 to 3 ohms, maybe 2 to 5 if you're feeling, you know, forgiving. And that'll let us know kind of the state of the glow plug, whether or not it's good or bad. So when I get good pressure on either end, oh boy. Yeah, I think this one's smoked. I can't get it to give me a solid resistance reading, even though I'm putting good pressure on it. Yeah, we're going to call this one bad. But at least it was a Motorcraft. Now, was it the original Motorcraft plug? Was it a replaced Motorcraft plug? Don't know, but at least it was Motorcraft. So we move forward. Okay, so here is our brand new Motorcraft plug, and throw this in there kind of sideways there.
So is that the infamous glow relay?
And if you look back there, I can get a real good tight fit. See, 1.6, 1.5 ohms. So, you know, this is good. We're looking at like 1.5, 2, 1.5, 2.5 ohms, somewhere in there for a perfectly good, healthy glow plug. And the other one was just dancing all over the place. Before we put this back in, we will do what whoever put it in that last plug, and we will put a little emphasis on little bit of anti-seize along the threads, and this will prevent, well, as the name implies, it from locking up, so that we're not in a scenario where this winds up twisting apart. And again, we got to take the head off to properly extract. So I'm going to put a dab on there, and a little goes a long way with anti-seize, so don't go nuts. And then we'll get it back in the cylinder head. Okay, so this would be cylinder number four in the Ford universe right here. So we just took care of this one. I had to adjust the wire slightly to get better contact. So we're gonna get in there and give it a pull. And this one looks rusty. Hopefully it comes out okay. I'm gonna have to try to sneak the tooling in through here. See what we get. So got lucky on this one. It didn't get anti-seized, and you can tell. Kind of rusty and crusty, and that was creeping down into the threads. If it had gone much longer, this thing may have been a real battle to get out. And this is another ZD9 Motorcraft. You can tell because the writing right there. So it could be this is a full set of ZD9s, which is good, but I don't know how old they are. Okay guys, I have updates. Cylinder number 4 tried to give me a heart attack. An old, probably harness insert fell in, and I missed it until I went to put the glow plug in, and it didn't want to go. And luckily I was able to fish it out with a pick. But something I didn't mention, but word to the wise, whenever you go to pull these glow plugs out, you're opening up access to your cylinder. So make sure before you fully remove the plug that there's nothing in there that can accidentally slip into the cylinder and potentially cause damage. So I took care of that, and then I knocked out cylinder number 3 over here, going from the back 1, 2, 3, 4. So cylinder 3 is done, 4 is done, 8 and 7 and oh wait, it's 1, 2. So sorry, Ford does it weird. So starting in the back on the left, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So cylinders 7 and 5 are done. 8, 6, and 4 are now done. I just pulled cylinder 2, and I found the magic glow plug. This one is still good. This one is not bad. This is probably the one lonely glow plug that was making the whole thing work. The little glow plug that could. He may find a special place in my workshop. But he's going to get replaced. So I have 8 brand new ones, so I can get those in. And just keep on trucking. So far, I have found my combination of using a long extension and a deep well 10 has worked pretty well. So I would recommend that if you're doing this. All right, boys and squirrels. So got all 8 replaced. This guy in the corner was really rough. I actually had to use a 3/8 to get him out. But otherwise, they're all in. They're all plugged back in. And with some amount of amusement, I can report that of the 8, only one of them was good. So this thing was cranking and running with only one good glow plug. Best I can tell. So I'm going to put... Never mind that. I'm going to put the hat back on since I've got all 8 done, and then I'll probably cycle it and see what it does. Okay, so what we're looking for here is we'll see the wait to start light up, and we want to see that we get maybe 1 click at the start and then no clicks for about half a minute or something along those lines, and then 1 more click where everything turns off versus click, 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 which is what I had before. Here we go. Well, that's not good. Because that's 8 brand new glow plugs and it's doing that. So that means we got a bad harness, or that relay is bad, or it's not wired right. Super annoying. Super annoying. Let me try cranking it and see what we get. Yeah, so super annoying. Yeah. Well, dang. We've replaced all the glow plugs, which is good. But now it doesn't appear to be actually trying to use any of them. And I know I've got them all plugged back in, which again, I'm gonna have to check the harness and check the glow relay and see all that's all set up. But as far as switching glow plugs out, yeah, that's done. That was a good repair.